Hello, Soul Tribe family. I'm doing something new and different. I like to mix it up. So I'm going to try to do at the beginning of each week, probably on a Monday, if not a Tuesday, do a 3 card kind of personalized general reading for the Soul Tribe family. And I'm going to do pick a deck. So I'm not going to show you the decks because I want you to practice using your intuition. So Soul Tribe family, pick a deck. I have 3 decks. Right now, I want you to pick a deck. 1, 2, or 3. Pick it now. Okay, go with your first instinct. Go with your first answer. Whatever deck came to mind, go with it and keep it. Stay with it. That's how you practice your intuition. Now, I'm going to try something different. I had an idea of how I could possibly show you the spreads. So I'm going to try to do something with a new, let's say a new, I'm going to try to use my light that I use, my spotlight that I use on my cards to hold my camera to see if I can do an overhead. So this is all practice. This is the first time I'm doing this. So bear with me, Soul Tribe family, and I'll be right back. I'm going to pause the video and we'll do the spreads. Sorry, Soul Tribe family. I tried to adjust and it didn't work. The camera kept on falling off. So I'm going to just have to keep on doing it this way. I tried to do an overhead pick. I had an idea and it did not work out. All right. So for those of you that picked number 1, because I wanted you to go by your intuition, not by what the deck looked like. This is deck number 1. It's a new deck that I'm doing. Okay. New deck that I just bought. Here we go. So this is a personal energy tarot reading for the week for the Soul Tribe family, for those who picked deck number 1. Here we go. Holy God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, can I get a general energy reading for those in the Soul Tribe family that picked deck number 1? What is going to be, what's their week going to be like? Starting today, going into Sunday, what say you, Lord God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ? All right, as you can see, the sun is out. Might be a little too bright in here. Let's see. That one's bright anyway behind me. And I have the shade down too. All right, here we go, folks. Ooh. I'm just going to do a quick 5 card, okay? Which is the situation, the clarifying of the situation, any hidden influences or things that you don't know about, any advice, and the outcome. Okay, so those for you that picked the first deck, okay? The general theme of the week is victory. We got the 6 of Wands. These are my new cards. Aren't they gorgeous? So, Soul Tribe family, if you picked deck number 1, it is going to be a week, and the general theme of the week is victory, victorious. Anything that you set out to do this week, you will win, you will conquer, you will be the winner, you will be victorious, you will get the prize, you will get the job. Everything will turn out in your favor. It could even be that you could have public victory, you could have public acclaim, public recognition. This is definitely a card of victory, receiving your trophy, winning, being publicly vindicated, being publicly, let's say, acknowledged, praised, beautiful, victorious card. Now, clarifying the situation is the Moon card. So the Moon card means use your intuition. It also could mean, too, that publicly, folks, you could be badmouthed, okay? Because of the fact we got the 6 of Wands, and this is next to it. So Either two things, public acclaim and victory and something beautiful being said about you, but also with the moon card, this could mean that somebody could be bad mouthing you. Someone could be talking bad about you behind the scenes. Okay. Two people, but behind the scenes. So be careful of gossipers. Be careful of sharing your secrets because there might be people in your midst that you think you can trust, but they don't. But you can't. You can't trust them. Also, with the moon card, don't be surprised if you see a lot of people have public meltdowns, public outbursts, or people in your family or friends or work situations. People might be, let's say, publicly argumentative, may have conflicts, may be acting out. Because this is a week that all of the dark, deep secrets, all of hidden agendas and hidden personalities are coming out and coming to the surface, and the masks are coming off, so to speak. So I would say 99.9% of the week is going to be public victory and acclaim and victorious card. However, there could be some gossip and back talking and whispering and people gossiping about you behind the scenes or talking bad about you. And or with these two cards together, for those who are studying the tarot, could mean that we could have some public meltdowns. Some people, let's say, making it very apparent to the general public, or maybe even online, that you have mental health issues and or you are sociopathic and psychopathic. So those that have hidden, dark, shadowy secrets, addiction, stuff like that, things that are dark and hidden and shadowy and shameful, those could come out into the surface. Okay, publicly, public outbursts, public fights, public conflicts, public displays of aggression and displeasing. Let's say being displeased. Okay. Also, we got the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords is moving out of tough times into easier, clearer skies ahead. So this is a beautiful card, Soul Tribe family. So this means that no matter what happens with this, if there's any people with mental illness that are trying to talk about you or to affect you in any way, just know that whatever happens, if you, for any reason, have to deal with people that are publicly bad mouthing you or are very apparently in bad moods, or people around you that are off the edge, are losing their minds, are bonkers, are really acting up, just know that whatever happens, this needs to happen. It's almost like these people need to be spotted. I feel like they need to be outed, and they're going to out themselves. You don't have to do anything. Everyone's going to show their true colors and people are going to take off their own masks. So even if it gets a little bumpy, even have to deal with some crazy people or some mean, nasty, aggressive people, just know, folks, that better times are ahead. Yes, you might have to go through some, let's say, turbulent seas and some dark skies, but it's okay, because what do we always say? Calm seas do not make good sailors. So just know that whatever happens, it's going to be better times ahead. This is your rite of passage. This week is a rite of passage for you. So clear skies ahead, better times ahead, easier times ahead. Okay? Rite of passage. So you're going to be okay no matter what. We also got the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is celebrations, another victorious card, happiness. You could even be like going to a party, maybe a wedding, because this is these are like public celebration ceremonies. So you could be going to a party, you could be going to some sort of event, a wedding, whatever the case is. You're going to have a happy, harmonious week. And any type of gathering you have this week, it's going to be really happy and harmonious. Regardless of this, even if people show their true colors and they're nutty, and if you go out in public and people are kind of psychopathic and sociopathic and nutty and crazy, just know it doesn't matter. Because even if you witness what's happening, you're on a different timeline. So just remember, there's a big, thick, really thick kind of see-through. Just think of it like an ice wall between you and the other timeline. You can see these people, but they can't touch you and they can't affect you. So you can look at them and observe and just go, very interesting. I'm obviously not on that timeline because this person's not affecting me. All right. And also, Soul Tribe family, we got the 10 of Pentacles. So this is an epic week for money, completion. This is also a family legacy card. So there could be, if there's been any estrangements or any type of breakups or fights in a family, there will be reunions. There will be talks, kind of makeups, coming back together, the unification. This is also one of the best money cards. So if you are worrying about money, don't. Great card. Family legacy card. So this means that you and your family will have a great week. 10 is completion. So this is a completion cycle for this week. So anything that you need to be tied up this week will be successful. Look at that. The beginning and the end of the week success. You start off with the 6 of Wands, which is success, victory, public acclaim, recognition, praise, and you end with the family legacy card, the 10 of Pentacles, which is a card of abundance, not just abundance for you, but so much abundance and wealth. You are basically, you and your whole family are set. This is long-term abundance for you and your family. It's also a family legacy card, which means happiness, completion, abundance, strength, and just all things good for you and your family. And 10 is completion. So all things will come to full circle and completion this week. So that is you for number 1. If you pulled number 1, deck number 1. Now, let's do deck number 2. And if you picked deck number 2, Soul Tribe family, you picked the gold deck. These are my new decks that I love reading, which I love reading with. Okay, here we go. I should say I love utilizing. Holy God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, we get an energy reading as to what those in the Soul Tribe family who picked deck number 2, what they can expect this week. Any insights, information, what kind of week will those who picked deck number 2, what can they expect? Any insights, information, the 411, thank you, Lord God, and Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. I like to do these because this can be kind of like a more personalized reading by picking the individual decks instead of just doing just one broad reading for the whole Soul Tribe family. Couple fell out. Okay, so if you picked deck number 2, it's going to be quite of a challenging week. It's going to be, you'll get through it, but it's going to be a little bumpy, a little rocky, okay? Because the theme of the week is deception and illusion. And clearing out closets, working on your inner child. Okay, so deck number 2, if you pick this, you really need to work on your discernment and intuition. You really need to meditate more, pray more, because I feel like there's certain things within yourself that you're not acknowledging, and you're lying to yourself and you're lying to others. This I'm getting is really deep rooted. It's not that you're purposely lying to yourself or trying to deceive yourself. I just feel that I'm getting that there are some issues that you are not seeing. Though you've done your spiritual work, though you are meditating and you are working on yourself and you are praying, there's still some underlying issues that you're not seeing, you're not grasping. And I feel either you're still not feeling good and you're perplexed as to why you're not feeling good, and you're still depressed and anxious, or you're having mood swings, or why you keep on banging your head against the wall and you keep on coming back to these same issues, even though you felt that you've done your inner child work and your inner, say, your dark night of the soul, your shadow work. I'm getting that there's still something hidden, and that's why it keeps on coming to the surface. So you really need to take some extra time this week and spend time alone, spend time away from people, turn off your devices, and really go deep within and learn to recognize your inner voice and learn to heed the directives and the warnings of your inner voice. Okay, because I feel that some of the predicaments that you're in are because you haven't really listened to your heart and soul, and you listened to your rational 3D or 4D brain, physical brain, instead of your intuition. So the general theme is listening to your intuition, honing in on your intuition, and honing in on your intuition. Really, really getting to know that still inner voice, which is your God voice, your God, your voice of your higher self, which is your connection to God. Okay, we also got the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so if you do need to seek advice from spiritual advisors or people that are your friends that are spiritual, please do so. Sometimes you get stuck and you need confirmation, or you can't see the forest through the trees in terms of any intuition or downloads that you get for yourself. You should always listen to yourself and heed the advice and the warnings and whatever messages you get in your intuition, but sometimes you need a little help. So don't be afraid to reach out and vent to your close mates, the ones that will listen to you, that won't judge you or won't give you unsolicited advice. Don't be afraid to reach out and be with people that are like-minded, okay? It's good to isolate, but it's also good to reach out and be with people that kind of bring up your vibration, especially if you're in the doldrums, because the moon card too, another caveat with pile number 2 is that you could be depressed this week. You could be anxious. You could be ruminating. You could be banging your head up against the wall, because this is the card of illusions, delusions, mental illness, shadow self, shadow work. So a lot of dark, shadowy, negative feelings could be coming out this week. You could be having bouts of mental illness or depression. Things that you thought that you've worked on could be coming back to the surface. Trauma, old things, old PTSD, situations and people that have wronged you that you haven't thought about in years, all of a sudden coming out. So this is old residue that needs to come to the surface so you can get rid of it once and for all. So if you're feeling down and out, surround yourself with positive, high vibing people. Put on some good, some high vibing shows. Put on some high vibing music. Put on some 432 hertz. Put on some sound bowls of 528 or 432. Put on some positive messages. There's so many free YouTube channels where you can listen to positive meditations and affirmations with the 528 hertz and the 432 hertz, which will raise your vibration. Also, any people that you do collaborate with or speak with this week, you're going to get a lot accomplished. You're going to get a lot done. You're going to have great, great outcomes, fantastic work, and there's going to be lots of harmony and agreement. However, again, this is just confirming what I just said. Do not be afraid to spend some time alone as well, to meditate, to pray, to get to know yourself, because there is a blessing here that you're not seeing. See how he's sitting there? He's over it. He's like, I'm over it. I'm apathetic. I don't want to deal with people. I'm just over it. I'm numb. I'm unhappy. I'm displeased. But God is giving you treasure. God is giving you an opportunity. He's literally handing you a cup, but you're not seeing it. So just make sure that you heed any advice, you heed any warnings, you get to know your heart and soul, and get in contact with God, because there's many blessings and many messages that you won't be able to get if you don't turn off that monkey brain and turn off your devices and get quiet and still. and listen to your internal voice, which is your higher self, which is connected to God. All right? Because this is a great week for manifesting what you want. And also another week about illusions. Look it. You have to really get good with your intuition and learn the voice of your intuition, which is your voice of discernment, because you'll be able to manifest all the answers and everything you need. But also, again, the magician card is very self-explanatory. Sleight of hand, magic. Not everything is what it seems this week. Not everyone who is in your life this week is how they appear. There could be some tricksters. There could be people that are trying to use sleight of hand, pull the wool over your eyes. So if your bullshit detector is going ding, 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 if your internal bullshit meter is going off the charts, listen to it. Don't ever override your intuition, your gut instinct with your reasoning mind, because you will regret it every time. Trust me. I've been there. We've all been there. Okay? Because what did I tell you? It's going to be a tough week for number 2. There's going to be lots of change this week. You got the death card. Okay. This isn't a physical death, although there could be some people in your family leaving the earth plane because of the fact that the angel of death is on the earth. But I'm getting lots of drastic change. There's going to be lots of endings this week. Lots of endings. Whether or not they're painful or not decides on you. There could be a lot of painful endings, some shocking endings. However, these endings are actually blessings in disguise. The silver lining in these endings is that this situation, these circumstances had to end because they're no longer serving you or others. They will end, and then there'll be change, transmutation, and transformation. So drastic change. All right. So again, it's going to be a rough week for number 2. Sorry to tell you, but this is your test. This is the week that you're really going to have to get in touch with your internal intuition, your internal self, your higher self, your internal guidance meter, because you need to go by your intuition, because somehow you are not getting the message, you're not hearing your higher self clearly, and you're being fooled. Either you're fooling and deceiving yourself unknowingly, and others are also deceiving you, because if you're not honest and true with yourself, other people can easily deceive you. Okay? Now we're going to go to number 3. Under toi, the last of the Soul Tribe family. And this is for those who picked number 3, deck number 3. This is I forget the name of the deck. It's the deck that Chrissy bought me, which is, forget, the Arcana, something Arcana deck or something like that. I forget. It begins with an A. All right. Oops. And Spirit is with us already. Because blurry screen. Heavenly Father, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, can we get the last reading we're going to do today for those that picked deck number 3? In terms of this week, so Lord God and Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, what can those that picked deck number 3, what can they expect energy-wise this week? What kind of week can those that picked deck number 3 expect? And insights, information, the 411 for those who picked deck number 3 for this week up until Sunday. What say you, Lord God, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ? I think this is called the Arcanum or something like that. Something like that. All right, let's see. Ooh, number 3, it's going to be a test. It's going to be a really trying week for those who picked number 3. Sorry. So First of all, we got the Chariot card. So the overlying theme is you're going to really go aggressively go for what you want. All right. This is an aggressive card. So there could be battles. There could be, head-to-head confrontation. The good news is that you're very decisive. The good news is that you're going to go after what you want, balls to the wall. The good news is that if you decide that you want to give up anything, any type of addictions, you can have lots of willpower, lots of determination, lots of tenacity. You're going to go really fast and strong. You're going to go really fast and strong towards your goals and your dreams. Okay. This is a fast moving card. You're going to have lots of tenacity and determination, and you're going to go after your goals really, really with power and force and might and determination. Very powerful, aggressive, fast moving card. Okay. And the reason why you're going to do this is because I feel like you're leveling up. I feel like you're finally done being in that in-between phase, because what happened up until recently is that you were in this awkward phase of limbo where you finished one phase of your life that you were done with. It was no longer serving you. This could be the ending of a relationship, a job, or a circumstance. And you were kind of in this holding pattern, which we all are right now, in between the leveling up of what's going to happen globally and spiritually. But I feel like you've leveled up. You've successfully concluded a matter. There's been complete integration, and you've gone as far as you can go in your circumstances, in your life, or in this relationship or situation. So now you're moving forward. You're saying, enough's enough. I'm done with the old. I've packed my bags. I've cleared my path. I've cleared out my closets, and I'm moving forward. I'm not looking back up. I'm up for the new. I'm up for the challenge. I'm into the new. I've leveled up. This is also a card of success. So anything that you set out to do this week in terms of moving forward, in terms of leaving the past behind, you're going to have a lot of success this week in doing so. Okay? Very much so. Lots of success, determination. Yeah, it's a really, really great week of final integrations. And also, if there's been situations where there's been things lingering and you need an answer or you need a decision, you're going to get your answer and decision. And it's going to be, I would say, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be decision. It's going to be the answer that you want. And if it's not, it's the answer that you need, because there's going to be a silver lining in what happens this week, because it's all for your benefit. All right. So lots of power and success this week. Okay. We also got the Hierophant. So it means that you're going to be very, very spiritual this week. You're going to be really tapped in and turned on in terms of your spirituality. You're going to get lots of downloads. You're going to have lots of spiritual awakenings, lots of, I'm going to get lots of DNA upgrades. I feel like you're going to have lots of prophetic dreams, lots of intuition, lots of coincidences, lots of, let's see, yeah, deja vu and or let's say very apparent that the timeline split. You're going to have maybe weird things like crazy time shifts and weird instances. You might see things in the corner of your eye. You might see some craft. You might be hearing high-pitched noises, or you might be getting some weird messages or downloads. Yeah, lots of spiritual awakenings. You're opening up. So just make sure you spend time alone. Make sure that if you do get a message or a download, don't poo-poo it. Don't say, oh, that's my imagination. Don't put it aside and don't negate the message by trying to reason, because you are going to be very spiritually powerful, really spiritually open this week. And you're going to really, your spiritual connection and your connectivity and your gifts are really going to come online this week. And don't be surprised if you give advice and if people come to you this week with issues and seeking advice and having questions for you, because I feel that they're going to sense that you have a lot of knowledge and power. So really stepping up Leveling up spiritually this week. Big time. Big time. With those two cards together. All right. Page of Swords. Lots of talk this week. Lots of truth. You're going to be speaking your truth. You're going to be hearing a lot of truth. You're going to be hearing a lot of things in your circle. Maybe in your jobs, in your inner circle, maybe in your family. People are going to speak their truth. There's going to be lots of gossip, and also you're going to hear a lot of truth from people. They're going to be very open and honest, and you're going to speak your truth as well. Feel there's going to be lots of communication this week, and you're going to hear from people that you don't normally hear from. You're going to hear some profound things, some profound messages and or questions from people that are usually quiet and don't usually speak up. Okay, you're going to get lots of messages, and it's a big week for truth and communication with you and the people around you. And the last card, which is, it's not going to be pleasant, but just remember, God's with you, and everything that happens to you will serve you in the end. We have to remember, short-term pain for long-term gain, okay? And the reason why I say this is I get the 10 of Swords. So, this week, mostly towards the end, don't be surprised if there are some painful endings. There's some betrayals. There's some backstabbings. There's some stress, loss, and trauma. Okay? Just know that when you become powerful, you become determined, and you're on a really great path, and you're leveling up, and good things are starting to happen to you, and you're spiritually sound and physically mental sound, and you're really in a good place, and you finally come to your own, and you've gone through the rite of passage. Just know that when you start to speak your truth and people seek your advice and counsel and they see the light in you, people will come after you. People will show you their true colors. People will backstab you, betray you, hurt you, deceive you. There'll be some painful endings and there'll be some loss, because people that are of the dark won't like your light. They'll try to dim your light. They'll try to turn out your light. And just remember, those that are unstable, those that are liars, those that deceive themselves, those that are wolves in sheep's clothing, or those that are teetering, haven't really changed, those that haven't really decided which team they're on, the dark is going to work through them. If people are not careful and they don't have a really solid spiritual armor of God, the dark will work through these people to get to you. So it might suck. You might be betrayed, hurt, backstabbed. Ding, 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 ding. It happened to me, Prince of Peace, Christy. It's happened to all of us and many, many people in the Soul Tribe family, because the masks are coming off now. We're having our Scooby-Doo moments personally. Just know, if you get backstabbed, if you get betrayed, if there's painful endings and or loss, it's okay. You will live through this. Everything that happens for you is for your highest good, and God will take any negative situation, any situation in which the dark tried to use against you, God will transmute it and change it and use it for the good and transform it into something that will benefit you and will be for your highest good. Okay, Soul Tribe family. So it might be a little rocky and bumpy for number 3. Just remember, God has your back, and no weapon formed against any of God's children shall prosper. Prosper. Oh, prosper. That was very Boston. Prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Okay, my Soul Tribe family. Now, this is where I want to ask for your participation. I'm thinking, because I'm not doing the individual questions when I do my tarot shows from now on, would you, if I did a quick, maybe $10 yes or no question via email, would you be interested in that? And or maybe a mini reading where you can ask me to do a general reading on a specific topic, whether it's love, career, finances, something like that. If that's the case, let me know in the comment section. All right, let me know in the comment section if that's something you are willing to do. I'm not going to do them live, do individual questions live. But if I have enough interest, I might be doing some yes or no questions via email and or maybe do general readings via email. I'm just considering this. This is not something that I have set in stone or I'm doing. I'm just thinking right now. I'm thinking about different ways that I can add services that will be a win-win for both of us. Also, Soul Tribe family, my very most popular reading, which is my least expensive, and I made it even more cheap. It's cheaper. For 5 days only, I'm doing $10 off my past life video readings. You get a couple of your last past lives that are still impacting you in your current life in one way, shape, or form. They're usually 55 for 5 days only until Friday. They're 45. You get your last couple of past lives. Now, they're not going to be in consecutive order, but they will be your last couple of past lives that are so important and pertinent that any type of some form of that life is bleeding into your current life. And they give you understanding as to interests, likes, dislikes, why you're here in this time and space, why you were born, people you have affinity for and people you don't like, interests, talents, that sort of thing, phobias. So if you are interested in that, please visit my website, which will be in the description of this video. The link will be in the description of this video. You can only buy one per person. Okay, you can't buy more than one per person. And this will be until Friday. So the sale ends technically Friday at midnight, and I'm at Eastern Standard Time. So you have to buy it before Saturday. All right, Soul Tribe family, I will see you soon. I love you very much. Be good. God bless you. And I will see you soon. Bye.